Welcome back from that quick commercial break. But before we get into our main topic, make sure you check out Dead End Studios. We do everything audio, video. As you can see right now, we're coming to you. We're on YouTube. We're also recording the podcast because we just, we got it like that. Black Korea. That's how we've been doing it. And also follow Black Korea. Black Korea Podcast on IG, correct?
Yes.
All right, just got to make sure, I'm the feeling.
I think
I'm
it's Black
the
Korea ATL.
No, it's Black Korea Podcast.
Black Korea Podcast.
It is Black Korea ATL on Twitter. So make sure you go follow us there. Make sure that you follow us individually as well. I'm at FIFA 24/7.
Shelton Jones 33.
And Brandie.Amanda.
Bang bang. So yeah, man. The main topic. So I don't know. I saw this obviously in the thread, but I don't know who put this in there. But I thought it was really interesting. Is it better to marry late than to marry the wrong person?
I think so.
Okay. So what's late? So like when I was thinking about this, right? Because a lot of my homies, the closest people around me, they're not married. Outside of my family, my brothers are. But like my homies aren't. They're either my age or older.
I don't know.
So
I think men like 40, and then I think in women's mind, like if they're not married by 25, like they've missed the window.
I thought like 30 for women, 40 for men.
Yeah.
Well, I say 20 because like in their mind, in the perfect world, right? Because I thought I was going to be married at 25 and then have a baby at 30 and then, start popping them out like in that later. But you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans.
Yeah, of course.
So, but I think 25, that clock starts ticking in some women's head. But 30 is, I think, like what's wrong with me? Kind of starts to like play in their head.
Yeah.
Because I have girlfriends that are like 30 and a little bit older, and
I think
married.
for women, something that plays really big into that like idealistic situation is the potential of having kids.
Yeah.
Like we can have kids at goddamn 90.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
As long as you're swimming to swimming.
Exactly. You can't have kids past really like 40, 45. Obviously it happens. Women, get pregnant after the fact, but it becomes way more difficult.
Yeah.
Like I think your chances go down to like 1 to like 4%.
It's a geriatric pregnancy at 36.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and your percentages go down immensely.
But I think about that all the time, though. Like marriage is such a tricky thing because I know so many people that are married that are unhappy. You know what I'm saying? I know more, put it this way, I know more unhappy married people than happy married people. In my culture, in my society, in the people that I know. And that's crazy to me. It's kind of like, dang,
Why do you think that is, though?
Yeah.
Because I think that, people feel well, it's a couple reasons. One, I think people feel like because they've been around them that long, like we've been kicking it for a while, we might have a kid. Or two, we need to go on and do it. Yeah, might as well is the biggest thing for a lot of folk.
I think that's stupid.
I think it's stupid, too. I think it's stupid, too.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate on this. Why do you think I don't know if it's that stupid, right? Because we are all creatures of comfort. And if I've been with you for a minute,
yes,
right, and I might be scared of going to try to find out what's out here, and what's out here isn't necessarily that great either, right? Because here's the thing about relationships, and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago with Dr. Lovejoy. For me, right, and I'm just throwing my personal experience in there. Before I got married, me and my wife, we separated for a minute. This was the biggest separation that we had. I really thought, like, I'm not going to get back with her at all. Like, I'm good. And I started dating, and I went out on a couple dates. I just saw what was out here, and I'm like, oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to hit her up, like, a couple months. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we were split up, like, almost, like, 8 months. And I hit her up one day, and I'm like, look,
you the one.
And see, and that can happen.
And that can happen, but it's because she set a standard. You know what I'm saying? That I felt, even in a short amount of time, you can never be close to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that might as well sometimes isn't necessarily the worst thing because what's out there may not be greener or better.
Well, there's always greener and better. I just think that people, so one, marriage and love is a choice. And you show love, but being in love, that feeling fades and you have to work to get it back.
Yes.
So I think a lot of times people are chasing a feeling and they don't understand that marriage is work.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, I think the might as well is stupid, because like you might as well do what if you're not already working to build in general. Like, why not go and find the person that's going to excite you, that you feel that you can grow with, or that you know you can grow with.
I think the problem with a lot of people too is they're not grown within themselves. So it's kind of like you really got to find yourself before you find a mate.
Absolutely.
And so people are in relationships all the time, and then when it falls off, instead of going back and basically recalibrating their system and getting themselves back together, they date too soon. And often they date wrong because they're trying to replace. You really can't replace that. You got to make sure that you grow, and
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think another factor, major factor, and I deal with this every single day in my relationship, is timing. Because my wife is older than me. You know, so like there were just certain things, and we already know women mature faster than men.
Yes, they do.
That's a fact. However, in addition to that, it's just at certain ages, right? Like there's just certain things that may or may not be as important, right? And we cycle through that, right? Like our priority list, and our timing has never been on the same thing. So that's like a major thing we always got to work on, and it just seems like it's so much work, and that's just one aspect of the
that's just one part.
Right.
I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think that people date too soon. I feel like me and my husband and we got, on his end, he was for sure, but I was out. I thought we were never getting back together. We broke up. I think we were separated for like a year and like maybe a couple of months, and then I had a traumatic experience.